Okay, so starting with this one, this is 1203 35th Street Southwest. It's listed for $253,500, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, been completely updated. It's 2,000 square feet, 3,600 total. From what I can tell by the looks of it, it looks as if somebody bought it for $186,900 in the spring, and then are making it a flip. They've done a decent job on the inside. There's some things outside I'm going to point out to you, but it's not a bad house. I'm impressed. Plus, it's a custom house. Like my house, it doesn't have a cookie cutter floor plan. All right, so here's what a neighboring lot, neighboring houses, something under new construction. So that's good because that's over 300 easily. Okay, that's a huge mango tree, some nice palms. Let me step back a little bit here so you can see it's got a big driveway, which I do like when, for entertaining. If you have people over, you can have, it doesn't look like a big house, but it is. And that's kind of neat. Now, the outside, it needs to be power washed. The sidewalk, it needs to have somebody come in and clean and mulch. But here you get yard people anyway. For like 60, 80 bucks a month, they do all that kind of stuff. So what I'm walking on, needs to be power washed and painted. I got a guy who can do that sort of thing for you. The front screen door looks like shit. It's probably a former rental house that they bought. And what I'm going to tell you is be prepared. You're going to hear the smoke detector battery chirping, and you're going to hear the waterfall from the pool. So, the worst of it is really this front presentation. It looks like shit. But in my opinion, that's nothing. I mean, we're not even talking hundreds of dollars. So, easy to clean up. Okay, so walking in, you have a proper living room, and separate from the great room. And this has got a nice feel to it. Even the light fixtures and all are nice inside. All right, so let me come in here. Of course, you can hear the chirping again. I like these because you don't even have to put blinds on if you didn't want to. It's not really an exposed room. All right, there's this sound system. No, I'm joking. It's actually for an alarm system. The mirror on top of that's a little tacky looking, but that could easily be replaced. No big deal. But I like the size of the space. There's the dining room. Back it up so you can see how that's done. And what I like again is that it's different because it's not the cookie cutter and big dining room. You can get in a good sized table that could seat about 8 people in here. That leads us to the master bedroom in that direction. All right, let me back up so you can see this being the great room, meaning this straight ahead would be your family room area, your breakfast if you use it, or the breakfast area, and then a really nice open kitchen. And I tell you what, I have the same granite, and this is actually the color of my cabinets, but a little different. I like it. I like the fact that they did a nice job on this kitchen. Considering the fact they paid $187 a few months ago, and it's at $254, and what they've put into it, I think they've done a nice job. Nice kitchen sink. Big sink. God, you get deep pots in there, assuming you cook. Range microwave. Alright, nice bar area over there, or at least, baking area. Let me open this for you. Okay, so you got a decent pantry there. Then coming in here, you've got another pantry here, which I like that because this is perfect for, the platters and, grandma's silver shit and all that you never use. Okay, mud room. You need to buy a washer and dryer, as we're seeing everywhere we go anyway. But it's deep. Let me see if I can show you the floor. I mean, these are 24-inch tiles, so that's probably 3.5 to 4 feet deep right there. So that's nice because then you can they're not in your way. The garage, I would say paint the floor, but again, I got a guy who can do that. You can see it's a cinder block house, which is important for the hurricane issues. Again, it doesn't look like it was well cared for by tenants, but it appears to me they've taken care of it with the upgrades. You know, you got looks to me like a newer hot water heater. The AC looks to be working. I'd probably have that cleaned, but you know, I'm just a uptight kind of person who does that. All right, coming back this way, off of here is the master suite. All right, it's going to be bright because I've got the afternoon sun on us. Right where I'm looking between those two windows, you could easily put in a king-size bed and 2 tables. Let me come over here so I can get out of the way of the sun. And you can kind of get a better idea of the room as I drop my freaking glasses. I can't wait for a new week to start. Maybe next week. Anyway, backyard fenced for dogs or stepfathers, or father-in-laws or whatever. Nice master bedroom, bathroom, beautiful square sinks. That's very trendy and in now. Of course, this has been, let me fix it. Somebody just hung it wrong, so it's got to be twisted, but whatever. And then there's a nice soaking tub, and yet a nice step-in, walk-in shower with comfort height, push button, flush, and then you have a really nice size closet. Looks to me like they just did a touch-up paint job in here. Could use a paint job, but the rest of the house looks to me like it's been painted pretty well thoroughly, unless you don't like the colors. Okay, master bedroom linen. And then it's got that little bit of detailing over the door. So, nice master for this price range. Okay, coming across, again here we see the dining room. Here you see the fat ass agent in the great room. Alright, let's go look at the bedrooms and we'll look at the pool. Okay, so, bedroom number 2. It looks to me as if it could hold I'd say probably a queen-size bed and a dresser. And let's see what its closet is like, because it looks like it might, the closet's okay. It's, you know, just your typical small bedroom closet. Okay, hallway, again back to the great room area. Here you've got the middle bedroom, about the same size, queen-size bed. A king may fit, but it would be tight. A better closet setup because it does offer space. Alright, I'll show you the bathroom in a second. This is the 3rd bedroom, really the 4th, but the 3rd on this side. And it's equivalent to the others. This one probably is a good queen-size bedroom, and I like it. It's not bad. I like the big windows in the house. And they've also got the cable stuff running throughout, and I meant to say that before. So if you need to make one of these as like a second family room den, this door is a solid door. I would maybe change it to a French door if you were into it for the glass. That takes us out to the pool. All right, so here is the updated bathroom. Again, another comfort height toilet of decent quality. And fiberglass surround, so, you know, nice and easy for cleaning. And then, but again, the nice vanity, nice sink. I have to look to see what that is, but I don't have my good glasses on. Okay, so this is the hallway. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and step outside so you can see. Now, coming out from here, look at this, nice tropical feeling swimming pool. Constant waterfall, make you gotta pee, but it's also nice for sound if the people behind you are in their pool, unless they're really loud. But look at this, you've got a really large area here under cover. So let me back up a little bit. Again, you've heard me talk about, like at our house, we have a living room and a dining area out there. So thinking of it that way, you could easily have a living area and a dining area out here. and yet it still gives you an area over here that you could, let me turn around, you'd be able to consider putting, like where you see my head in the shadow, you know, you can put the grill there because, you know, the smoke doesn't then attach to anything. And, you know, you could even buy one of those assembled Home Depot outdoor kitchens with, you know, something like that. Okay, let's look at the pool a little bit more in detail. It looks to me, again, it's another one of these houses that someone hasn't been in it for a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's in bad shape. It just needs to have some maintenance. Again, cleaning things up. The roof doesn't look old. I like that it's a custom house because I'm so tired of seeing the same thing. We keep talking about that. But it's got a decent pool for also, again, for family. You've got, the idea is that you've got steps there that are easy to get in. It needs a power wash, but I would think that somebody in the family might be able to do that. If not, I got somebody. It's got a bench over there. You got this cute little waterfall. You throw some plants out here. I think this is really sweet. Now, these trees that are here are called, excuse me, they're the Areca palms. So if you buy one the size of the one behind the waterfall, you're talking probably $10, $12. That's two there. In 3 to 5 years, they're this big. And if you don't trim the insides of them like these have been, then they're actually really thick and you wouldn't see anything. But again, for animals, for whatever, you've got a fenced-in backyard and a lot of privacy. Now, we're in the late afternoon, so this tree here shades the swimming pool, so you can see it's in the shade. But through the day, you're going to look at east, south, west, and so probably this tree, I would have someone come and trim some of the branches out of it, and you could have a better swimming pool. Or even if you trimmed out a lot of what's there. Again, this one doesn't look bad to me. I'm glad you picked this one. I actually, when I first saw it, I thought it looked small, and I wasn't going to come at first. It's got personality, and it's got some nice details inside for $253.9. Okay, that's it. Oh, there's a nice shelf up there I didn't notice before. Yeah, this really has some personality. So you can put all of your beauty pageant, statuary up there, all your awards and trophies. Okay, that's all I have for you on this house. Bye-bye.